All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome out to week number 2 of the Truck Series here at Speed Racing Network. We're here at Kentucky Speedway for the Bluegrass 125. I'm Sean Griffith. I am here with my co-broadcaster, the number 55 in the Cup Series. Sorry about that, Jordan Sailors. How's it going, Jordan?
Going good, Sean. How about you?
Man, we are fantastic tonight. I cannot wait to see what happens here because last week was amazing.
Yes, it was. Michael Madden won 2 in a row. He's going for 3 this week at Kentucky, so see who can stop him.
Yeah, he's up on the top of the individual standings, which we'll go through here in just a second. But everybody is trying to chase him down, as well as Revved Racing. Revved Racing is on fire already. So let's kind of jump into it. But let's talk about what's going on this season at Speed Racing Network.
So yeah, you got the Truck Series. It's basically the lower tier series for 1,000 to 2K I rating. It's a cheaper series, $5 a week, 20 weeks. Season, and top 5 prizes are $300, $150 for second, $100 for third, $75 for fourth, and $50 for fifth.
Yeah, and then you got the Xfinity Series, which is tomorrow night. So Xfinity runs on Thursday nights. So it's a little bit higher I ratings, so 1,500 to 3,000. These are the guys that are kind of starting to get iRacing. They're starting to understand it a little bit, and then that's $10 a week. But top prize there is $500, and then man, take a look at the Cup Series, which you're driving in.
Yeah, it's a higher tier series, 2K to 4K I rating, $15 a week, and the top prizes are $1,000 for first place and $600 for second, and then $350 for third and $225 for fourth, and then you got $150 for fifth.
Yeah, and don't forget, we also give out weekly prizes too. So the end result is not the only thing there. We also give out those weekly prizes to keep people interested, even if they're not in the playoffs. So really going to be a great season this season. We still have a couple of spots left in the Xfinity and the Cup Series, but not many. And here in the Truck Series, we are full.
Yes, we are.
So here we are with the Truck Series information here. So we race on Wednesday nights. Obviously, here we are tonight. It is 20 weeks, fixed setups, and you do get 2 fast repairs in this league. So that way, you know what? You make some mistakes, it's okay. You can come back and still play with us a little bit. But the big thing there at the bottom, the $300 first place. But then we have 5-person teams and a $100 team championship out there. And team racing really makes it interesting, Jordan.
Oh yes, it does, and with the 2 fast repairs, I mean, there's a lot of guys going at it, and the way these trucks drive, there's going to be a lot of, it could be a lot of collisions and stuff, so it's going to be an interesting race here at Kentucky with this.
Yeah, and you race trucks in a lot more than actually racing cup cars, which is what you race in our league, but you like the trucks a lot more, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, they're a lot more I mean, I won't say competitive, but they're a lot easier to drive on the service. The draft is a lot. I mean, the draft and the trucks are a lot. You get a lot more draft in the races and a lot more pack racing. So I kind of like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, we are going to see what we get out of that tonight. But let's talk about those race payouts because really, I mean, this early in the season, you got to look at the short term, not the long term.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money to be had out there, and I mean, it's $25 for first or for first place, and you get Xfinity race entry too, so you can make money off of Xfinity too. And being in the second place, you got $15, and third place you get 10, fourth 10, fifth $5, sixth $5, and seventh $5. So the top 7 get paid.
Yeah, I mean, top 7 out of what's going to look like, I think we've got 42 on the track now. So top 7 are going to get paid out of that. And the big news on that is that Xfinity race entry, because that's worth an additional $10 basically, because that's how much it costs to get into the Xfinity League. But you could go in there and potentially win even more money tomorrow night at the same exact track.
Oh yeah, and you can also put on a show and look at, or other teams will look into you for next season. So you can earn yourself a ride for next season too. Doing that.
Absolutely, you can. And trust me, those team owners, team managers, sponsors, everybody are watching right now. But here comes the big money. Let's take a look at the Griffith CPA firm season payouts. And right up top, first place, $300. Now remember, you're paying $5 a week to get into this thing. You could get $300 out of this thing, and then of course at the bottom there, the team championship. So your team doesn't even have to win a race, but if they're consistently good throughout the season and accrue those points, then you guys could split that $100 prize.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of money to be had. $5 to win $300, and you only have to pay $5 for 20 weeks. I mean, that's a good payout right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing that we have, and you know, I always feel like one of those infomercial guys. Yeah, I got to tell you that. I always feel like that because I'm like, but wait, there's more. We actually have a Clean Driver Award also sponsored by Butt Kicker. And if you don't have a butt kicker on your racing rig, you are missing out. This thing makes you feel like you are actually in the car.
Oh yes, it does. It's the best thing. I got one, and it feels great, man. It's a great product to have. I would very. I mean, if I were, I mean, if you want to get, you can get the Clean Driver Award to get one. But I mean, I would be also interested in just buying one if I were someone looking for one. You also can use our discount code SRNVS20 for 20% off your order at buttkicker.com.
That's right. So go and check that stuff out. It's a great gift for anybody that enjoys doing iRacing or any other type of racing. It is a lot of fun. So definitely look out for those butt kickers and get those Clean Driver Awards as well because, whew, it's going to be fun. But next up, we got Kane Cook. Now, he is known as the Hard Charger, and so Kane is actually a driver in the Coca-Cola Series, which is the highest series on iRacing, and he is known for one thing and one thing only, and that is starting in the back and working his way all the way to the front.
Yes, he is. That's a good thing to be known for because that is pretty hard to do, to start in the back and go to the front in these iRacing events. It's pretty hard.
Oh, definitely. And so Kane Cook actually has agreed to do some private coaching for some of our Speed Racing Network drivers. And so if you want to set up a private coaching session with Kane Cook, just go to speedracingnetwork.com, and there's a form there that you can fill out to get some private coaching from him. You can do it just by yourself. You can bring a team member along, so that way you can have two people in that same session. You can bring 5 people. You can bring 5-person team, or you can get 10 friends together and go all out and work with Kane Cook there for an hour or two. So it is definitely worth it. Everyone that we've had in Speed Racing Network that has used this has come back with rave reviews, and so can't wait to see if how people keep moving up through the pack. But be on the lookout for those guys that start off in the back and watch them work their way forward.
Oh yeah, there's also a prize for that, isn't it?
Not tonight. Not tonight. There's not. But we're working on a sponsor right now to try to get that prize. So we will work on that. But let's talk about our individual standings. And there he is, Michael Madden, the winner of last week's race. And of course, because you won week 1, you're going to be the leader after week 1. And so he is our points leader. And you can see we've got a lot of big names up there at the top of the list.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jonathan Byer for Jonathan Byer Racing. He's only 14 plus the cut, so it's a lot. It's a long season, but for you to be up the top of the leaderboard right now is great because that's a great start to the season. So.
Yeah, you definitely want that good start, and of course, I mean you have Nathan Nixon from Revved Racing, who we've seen Sean KOSIER from Revved Racing. So Revved actually has 4 guys inside the cut already. Then you have R&D Motorsports. They've got 3 guys in the cut already, and so we'll just have to see how the season plays out. But this early in the season, you definitely want to get points up there as quickly as possible.
Oh yes, you do. I mean, it's a great momentum builder to start the season, and you hope to keep that momentum going in the whole entire season and carrying into the playoffs. So it's big.
Well, we don't just have 15 guys in the league. We actually have a whole lot more, but right now the rest of them are outside the cut. So let's talk about them a little bit. I can see Travis Trevelyan there in 17 for Striker Motorsports. So I anticipate him moving up. Taylor Smith was our most improved driver last season in the Mid-South Madness League. So I anticipate him moving up. Corey Knight, a great driver himself. So we've got a bunch of good drivers that maybe just didn't have a good race last week.
Yeah, and we got Brian Crocker. I hope he can, or I want him to move up. So he should be able to move up from being 5 points back. And there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of drivers back here, a lot of good drivers that can work their way back up. So.
Yeah, that's the hard part about iRacing is there can only, in our league at least, there can only be 15 drivers in that playoff. And so, man, it is going to be tough to not just cut that down, but to see those people that are really deserving not be in the cut. And so, again, this is the time to earn those points as quickly as you possibly can. So that way later in the season, you can kind of, prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Truck Series Team Championship, and so again, Revved Racing with that win last week, they are in the lead by 14 points over R&D Motorsports. But R&D Motorsports is already out in our chat room right now. David Duke saying an R&D SRN driver is in the booth. It's a great time for an R&D or SRN driver to win to the front. And that is kind of R&D's motto. R&D and Speed Racing Network's motto is to the front. And you're part of that team, buddy. So what do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna be kind of biased to him tonight. So I mean, I can't help myself. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, you got plenty of other teams on here that they have a chance tonight to make their mark, but early in the season, of course, with that win and that basically second place finish, Revved Racing and R&D are basically setting themselves apart. But let's go through these drivers and these teams with our Silverback Tax Solutions team introductions. So if you're having problems with the IRS, get the monkey off your back with Silverback Tax Solutions. And let's start off with our team championship leaders, Revved Racing.
Yes, Revved Racing here.
So let's start it off with Michael Madden in that number 15 truck. My broadcast partner on Sunday nights, Byron McDonald in the 23. Nathan Nixon, Sean KOSIER, Cody Riggs. Really, Revved Racing, they had this off-season kind of league to figure out who was going to drive for them on their team. So they've got some prime drivers here.
Oh yeah, they do. I've raced with Brian McDonald, Michael Madden. They're a lot of they're both good drivers, and I mean Nathan Nixon, Sean KOSIER, and Cody Riggs are good drivers too. So they got a great team here.
Yes, they do. Next up, R&D Motorsports, and we already talked that you're on their team there. Let's talk about the Truck Series team here. So Corey Saucier, Bobby Anderson, Jason Kratke, Trevor White, Mike Mosby. So again, not really names that we've heard about in the past couple of seasons because they're kind of new to the series. But from what we've seen, they're going to be dominant.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be dominant. David Duke built a great team here in the Truck Series. They're gonna be dominant. So.
Next up, we got Jonathan Byer Racing, and of course, Jonathan Byer is the leader there, and he has done a great job of putting a team around him as well, with Jack Johnson and Joaquin Meza, Jonathan Byer himself, James Kerr, and Kyle Wimble, and so Jonathan actually had a great race last week. I believe he came in third position, and so he's got some work to do to get back up into the lead, but I think this team could push him there.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Byer built a great team here in the Truck Series. Jack Johnson's a great driver. Kyle Wimble's a great driver. I haven't raced against any of them, so I couldn't tell you how they race, but they're all great drivers.
Jonathan Byer Racing is the team that I would call consistently fast, and so a lot of teams they'll make tough moves throughout the race. A lot of teams will just be, sneaky fast, where they're just kind of, you don't even know they're there until they've passed you. Jonathan Byer Racing, to me, is the team that they're up front and they're there and they're just consistent. And that's really all it takes for a team to be great here.
Yeah, and that will help out in the team standings and in the driver standings. You get a lot of points out of that, and it'll help you build the playoffs and try to win that team championship too.
You bet. Now, next up, we have last season's team championship winners. Now, last season was an Xfinity League. It was called Mid-South Madness, yes, but Stryker Motorsports won that team championship, and Travis Trevelyan has brought that team to the Truck Series, and he wants that title again.
Yeah, they're trying to go back to back. So this Travis Trevelyan built a great team here. Brendan Domingue is a great driver. I've raced against him, and they built a great team here.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because Travis Trevelyan was just racing along in one of our preseason races, didn't have a team or anything like that, and then Jose Castellanos had a great race, Brandon Domain had a great race, and so he just called him up and said, "Hey, man, you want to be on my team?" And they came and joined him, and now they've got three of the best drivers out there. And then Joe Ruggles was a driver for Jam Racing last season, which Jam doesn't exist anymore, but Joe was a great driver as well. So Travis has really picked up some talent here without even struggling too hard to convince them.
Yeah, he's had.
Now, next up, we got Bronco Motorsports and Chris Massey. You know, we always talk about him because he created this team, and he created it mid-season last season during the Mid-South Madness League. They were Wild Bill Motorsports, and then Chris Massey decided to take over. He changed the name, he changed the look, he changed the attitude, and all of a sudden they started climbing the standings, and now he has brought that attitude to this team in the Truck Series.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it takes a team change name to build some momentum. Brian Crocker is a great driver on this team. I expect him to do big things on this team, and you got three other drivers that are good on this team too. So.
Next up, we got the home team. We've got the factory team. This is Team SRN. And here we go with Tevin Whitner, Taylor Smith, Matt Johnson, Corey Knight, and Brad Yonkman. 4 of these 5 drivers we drove with last season.
Yes, this is the good old factory team, good old home team. Got some great drivers on this team.
Yeah, and so Taylor Smith actually made the playoffs last season. Matt Johnson, I believe, made it all the way to the next to final round of the playoffs. Corey Knight, what people don't know about Corey, he loves to drive, but he was actually the creator of Mid-South Madness, and that has formed into Speed Racing Network, so we've always appreciated him for that. And then Brad Yonkman drove with Corey Knight last season and did really well. We're happy to have him back. Tevin Whitner, kind of a newer driver to us, but everything that I've seen indicates that he's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, Tevin Whitmer is a good driver. Corey Knight is a great driver. Brad Youngman, I've raced against him in the Truck Series. He's a good driver too. So it's a great team here.
Yep, next up, Tank Racing. And so Tank was one of our teams last season in the Mid-South Madness League, and so they've put together this team in the Truck Series. And, I like to say it's led by Walter Lepicki, who's the father of Mike Lepicki, who is actually driving for Tank in the Xfinity Series, one of the originals there. But they've got a great team as well. So the number 26 of Josh Mueller, number 63 of Bruce Amsden, the number 69 of Vincent Cortez, and the number 79 of Jeremy Duncan, they're ready to go.
Oh yeah, they are. And I mean, I can't help to highlight Vincent Cortez. I've raced him in the recruitment race at Atlanta. He's a fighter, I can tell you that.
Next up, we've got our friends from French Canada. This is KMR Warrior Racing, and so they just joined us last week for the first time. Kind of had an off week. Michael Dion did really well. The rest of them kind of got caught up in some accidents, but I really expect them to do well this week. So the number 110 of Michael Dion, the number 141 of Kevin Jobin, the number 320 of Nicolas Saint-Germain, and the number 686 of Pierre-Luc Rioux. And they're friendly people, but once you get them on the track, just watch out because they're going to get past you.
Oh yeah, they are. So yeah, this is a good old team right here.
And finally, we have H2K Motorsports, and H2K has been one of the mainstays at Mid-South Madness and Speed Racing Network, and so they've put together 3 drivers here in the Truck Series. They're working on getting some more, but David Swift in the number 13, Josh Witt, who drove with us last season in Mid-South Madness, as well as Justin CROCKMAN, who drove with us last season in Mid-South Madness. So they've got some talent there. They've just got to get a 4th driver to move up those team standings.
Yes, they do, and they got to live up to their mantra, hard to kill too. So
That's right. And so let's go back really quick and just discuss our race payouts one more time. So first place tonight is going to get $25 plus an Xfinity entry, which is super important to these guys that are trying to make an impression to those higher up teams. Then you have second place will get $15, third place $10, fourth place $10, and then fifth through seventh will all get their money back basically. But when you can get out there and race for a couple hours and get your money back for doing it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, get your money back. You lose nothing, so you gain points in the standings. So.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's jump out there to the track because I do believe that our qualifying is over at the Bluegrass 125 at Kentucky, and so we will go up front, and we've got Corey Saucier from R&D Motorsports, and man, David Duke called it. He said R&D to the front, and there he is. Andrew Harris from Bronco Motorsports in second. Michael Madden looking for that three-peat in third for Revved Racing, and then Vincent Cortez, your buddy there from Tank Racing, up in fourth.
Joshua Mueller from Tank Racing up in fifth here. Brandon Domingue from Striker Motorsports starting sixth. Pierre-Luc Roux. Sorry if I mispronounced his name.
Ryu, yeah. Pierre-Luc Ryu, yeah.
Starting seventh for KMR Warrior Racing, and then Jonathan Byer from Jonathan Byer Racing starting eighth.
Yeah, I'm going to learn me some French before I'm done with this stuff. So Byron McDonald in ninth for Revved Racing, Mike Mosby for R&D Motorsports up in 10th, and then Josh Witt from H2K Motorsports in 11th, and then Jose Castellanos in 12th for Striker Motorsports. So that is our top 12 for qualifying, and man, I think it's about time to get this party started.
Oh, yes, it is. It's going to be a great race.
Well, let's jump out there on the track. You can see those trucks. They are starting to get ready to go. And we'll just wait for that pace car to come out. Beautiful looking trucks there. You can see that number 69 car there of Vincent Cortez. That one sticks out like a sore thumb.
Oh, yeah. That is a beautiful paint scheme on that 69 truck right there.
You can see the number 15 there of Michael Madden as well. And again, that is one that we're going to be keyed in on a lot tonight, trying to get that three-peat.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of drivers out there trying to make sure that doesn't happen, too. So we got to watch them as well.
Yeah, anytime you got a winning streak going on, people put a target on your back, whether you deserve it or not. That's what they do. And so he's got to be careful for that, just kind of keep his nose clean out there. But he showed that he can do that and be fast at the same time.
Yeah, so he's going to go for after that three-peat. So we got to watch and see how the race goes for him.
And here we go. So pace truck is going to pull us off of pit road. We're going to go around one time just to get everybody set up, and then we are going to get this party started. Wow, the pace truck looked like it took out the wall there.
Oh boy! Well, we got our first carnage here. The pace truck done wrecked for the green flag.
Well, if that's how it's going to be tonight, then here we go. But so, what do you know about Kentucky Speedway?
The turn 1 and 2 is probably the easiest corners of any track I've run, and then you get to 3 and 4, and it's just 3 and 4 is the hardest turns of any racetrack I've ever run on the iRacing service.
Yeah, I mean, I've also heard that it's a very narrow track. It's going to be pretty tough to pass because it's kind of a bottom lane track also. So just be prepared to see people put the bumper to each other.
Oh yeah, be prepared for that.
Especially in the trucks. People think that trucks are a little bit tougher than the NASCARs or the Xfinity cars, whatever it is. So they think it's a little bit tougher. So they like to put the bumper to people that way.
And it looks like we're going green here.
Here we go. Corey Saucier has the green flag. And he's waiting and finally takes off as we have started off the Bluegrass 125 at Kentucky.
And Corey Saucier gets a good start going into 1 here. He's out to a good little lead over number 87, Harris.
And Michael Madden on the inside in that number 15, trying to make the move for second place already. Back a little bit in the pack, we got some 3-wide racing back here. This is back for 5th and 6th, so definitely some hard racing already. They're going to get this thing straightened out eventually. But when it's 3 wide, especially a track this narrow, that's tough to do.
Oh yeah, especially 1 and 2 right there. 3 wide is kind of hard to do in 1 and 2 right there.
But it looks like they're doing it pretty well. They're getting through really cleanly. But up front, Corey Saucier still leads this thing. Michael Madden in second.
Yeah, Michael Madden is slowly closing that gap on Corey Saucier here.
And out there in the chat right now, we got tons of people going for Michael Madden. We got some other people looking at R&D. So David Duke doing the roll call with R&D Motorsports up front. Devin Zimmerman saying that there's some sick paint schemes for Tank Racing. I think he's slightly biased because that is his team. But up front, those top 3, Corey Saucier, Michael Madden, Vincent Cortez, Andrew Harris, who started off in second, has dropped all the way back to 4th already, and maybe he's just biding his time trying to save those tires.
Yeah, that's good to do here, because you never know, you can get a long run.
Back here, we got some side-by-side racing. This is Travis Trevelyan and Bobby Anderson side-by-side. Travis on the inside, Bobby on the outside. Travis will take that position with ease with that line.
Sorry about that, technical difficulties.
Oh, no problem. So Jonathan Byer back up front, taking that 4th position away from Andrew Harris. So he is moving on up. And Michael Madden still putting that pressure on Corey Saucier up front.
Yeah, putting that pressure on Corey Saucier, trying to make him burn his stuff up here early in the race. That's always good to do, but you have to be mindful of your stuff too.
Oh, it looks like we got some blinking issues back in the back, and so everybody's still safe. We are still green.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people's blinking here early on in this race. It's not a good sign, but hopefully it gets situated here.
Hey, anytime you have technology involved, it's tough to get it all figured out.
Oh yeah. Vincent Cortez is closing the gap on Michael Madden here, coming out of 4.
Yeah, I have to believe that Michael Madden is saving his tires here, and that's really what Revved Racing teaches their drivers. Save your tires, watch for the long run, that sort of thing. And if that's the case, then he's putting just enough pressure on Corey Saucier to make Corey burn his tires.
And see, he can save his tires just running behind him, because Corey Saucier just is pulling him with his draft. So he can just, if he rides right behind him, he'll stay right towards him.
So great racing so far up front, nice and clean. Let's jump back a little ways. We got Trevor White up here. This is the number 88 truck, and you can barely see that 88, but he is side by side with Matt Johnson in the 62. Matt with a terrible race last week. I think he had to actually jump out of the race for internet reasons or something, but he is looking to make a comeback tonight.
Yeah, you need to build back that momentum. This year going.
And so trucks are starting to spread out a little bit. This is the best race on the track right now with that 62 of Matt Johnson on the outside. And
yeah, I'm sort of surprised that they're starting to spread out, because I would think with the package of the trucks that there will be a little bit more pack racing like this, but a lot of people are taking it cautious here at the end of the race.
Well, I know last week we had 42 cars on the track, and everybody thought that it would be a caution fest, and we got some long green flag runs. And so these truck drivers are much more talented than people give them credit for. Oh, we've got somebody up in the wall. I think that's Riggs. Yeah, just a little bit of rubbing up against the wall. He's still fine.
Yeah, to save it, he's good. Keep it running here.
Going back up front, Michael Madden still putting that pressure on. Not quite trying to make that move. Maybe he's looking to the inside, but he's not going to push that truck too hard, I don't think.
No, you got to keep mindful of the long run here. So you just need to put enough pressure on him to make sure Corey can ruin his stuff here at the end of the race.
Yeah, he's just making sure that Corey knows that he's there. Mike Carrozza out in the chat saying, well, that's why he's the tire-saving king. And, yeah, we've seen it the last couple of weeks. He has won those races not just on talent but also on tire-saving. And so I cannot expect him right now to be burning up those tires at all.
gotta, if he's tire saving king, you gotta start saving him on lap 1. So unless you got a green white checker.
You know, one thing that I've noticed, and I'll point this out a little bit, if we ever go under caution, I'll zoom in on this, but you can see that on the front of Michael Madden's truck as he's going for the pass here, he's got a green banner up top, and so that is in honor of Cody Riggs. So Cody Riggs lost a family member this past week to COVID, and so they decided to put that banner on all the trucks, and they'll be having those on the cars this week as well. So very classy move by his teammates at Revved Racing.
Yeah, my thoughts and prayers are with Riggs' family. I know it's hard. They're in a hard time right now, so hopefully things will get better.
Out there in the chat, Kyle Speed saying that he's listening to us while he's racing in public lobbies. He just loves listening to us. Well, thanks, Kyle. We appreciate it, buddy. I enjoy watching your stream as you're streaming your races. So anybody that wants to look up Speed's Racing, take a look at that. He broadcasts a lot of his races, so definitely take a look.
And he's a good driver. He's a cup driver on the Filthy 5.
So we had a little bit of side-by-side racing there as Jose Castellanos takes that 7th position away from Andrew Harris. And again, Andrew Harris is just falling backwards. He started in 2nd, now he's back to 8th, but really early in the race, nothing to be concerned about right now. Right behind Andrew Harris, you got Michael DION from KMR Warrior Racing trying to make that move there. Just being nice and patient, and actually I'm very surprised that everybody's doing such a good job of that.
Yeah, I am too, and I mean, I wouldn't worry about Corey Harris. You just start up front, work your way all the way in the back, and you always can work your way back up. So it's a long race. Anything can happen.
Back up front, let's take a look. And yeah, Michael Madden still up there, a quarter of a second ahead. And so he's just kind of on a nice Wednesday night drive.
Yeah, he's saved his stuff. Was able to make the pass on Corey Saucer. Starting to pull away.
Yeah, and again, Jonathan Byer in 3rd, which is where he finished last week. So he's comfortable in that position, but he wants more.
Oh yeah, he's coming. He's coming down that back stretch right now. Or behind the draft of Corey Saucer here.
And now it's Corey's turn to kind of just try to get Madden to burn up those tires. But again, just that Revved Racing philosophy is let them race their race, you race your race. You know, save your tires, just keep going. And at a track like this, it's tough to pass somebody.
Yes, this is a very hard track to pass on. The best corner to pass on for me is 3 and 4, which is the hardest corner of the racetracks here at Kentucky. So you gotta be mindful on that. But 1 and 2 is definitely not a place you want to pass on.
And you can see, I mean, so Madden just kind of breaks away just a little bit, and then Saucier pulls back in. And it just goes back and forth like that. And, you know, if they would work together like that, then they could really put some distance on this field.
Oh, yeah, they could pull away, but I understand why they wouldn't work together because they're not teammates. So they would like to keep racing each other hard here.
Just looking through our list here and trying to get some good side-by-side action. Looks like Mike Mosby trying to make a move here on Mueller. So going to the inside of that number 99 truck. And he's got the position, just does he have enough to get around him on the bottom? And he doesn't. So Mueller will continue to ride around in 5th position there. Another driver for Tank Racing.
Mueller is pulling away from Mike Mosley.
Back a little ways, we got Josh Witt back here for H2K Motorsports. He is side by side with Matt Johnson, and oh, now we're going to go 3 wide with Brandon Domain in the middle.
Ooh, that's
oh. And I mean that could be really, really bad, but they got through that really well.
That was I'm surprised about that. That was a good move though.
So Michael Madden.
He's still leading here at Kentucky. Corey Saucer is 2nd. Still running behind him, trying to catch his draft.
You know, I'd venture a guess that out of the 56 viewers that are out there right now live, I'd venture a guess that 30 of them just love Michael Madden like a brother or son, or have some other relationship with him.
He must have a big family or a big fan base here to watch tonight. I mean, he's going for 3 in a row. This is a hard thing to do.
Well, this is Corey Knight, the number 90. He is about to get lapped here in that Team SRN Griffith CPA firm truck. And so he's kind of riding around in the back. But again, he's got some damage, so something must have happened to him.
Yeah, it looks like he got in the wall somewhere.
Yeah, and of course, we will always be in debt to Corey because of him putting this league together. You know, about a year ago, he put Mid-South Madness together, and it ended up becoming 3 leagues and 120 drivers and just great racing every week. So we are thrilled to have him there.
Oh yes, we are. It grew extremely big from where he started. It's a big league now.
Well, out there in the chat, Chad Wampler saying that he's fast becoming a fan of the Madden. And yeah, man, so Chad Wampler, one of our drivers up in the Cup Series. And you can have worse fans, I can tell you, man. Chad Wampler's a good dude, great driver.
Oh, yeah, he's a great dude, great driver. He's hard to race around, too, I can tell you that.
Man, we got some damage. Can they save it? Jack Johnson, no. We are definitely going to go yellow now. So Jack Johnson got turned, and then everything started after that. So, man, great green flag run there, 24 laps, but finally get our first wreck of the night, and let's go to our very first wreck replay. And we kind of saw it live. We saw what happened there. So it looks like the number 16 of Josh Witt kind of got into him a little bit. And yeah, Josh Witt just floated up the track, got into the back of him. And then Jack Johnson came back and tapped Josh Witt a little bit, and then everything started.
Looked like a little bit of net codes there too, just a little bit coming back up the track, but it looked like 2 teammates right there from KMR Racing racing hard there in the turn 3 as well, so that could have been a factor of that as well.
Yeah, we're going to go back and take a look. I'm trying to figure out who this was that got slammed really hard.
Looks like the guy from Speed Racing Network.
I want to say that was Brad Younkman, so we're gonna zoom in on him, just be sure. Maybe I could be. I've been wrong before, man. No, it was not Brad Younkman. So I'm trying to figure out who that was. Maybe David Swift. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure who that was. So
evidently, it might have been David Swift.
No, it was a red truck, but anyway, we'll jump back to that later. But let's get back out there on the track as everybody jumping into the pits, and for good reason. This track will eat your tires for breakfast.
Oh yeah, anytime you can come and get 4 tires on your truck, you need to. I mean, even after a 10-lap run, they eat it, or this track eats tires up tremendously.
So now up front, scoring's kind of messing up a little bit just because everybody's in the pits, but it looks like Michael Madden will get out of the pits in front, so he will remain our leader.
Like the top 3 remain like it was before the caution came out. Jonathan Meyer in second, Jonathan Meyer in third, and Corey Saucer in second.
Yeah, Vincent Cortez back in 4th, Josh Mueller in 5th, Mike Mosby in 6th, and so really nobody moving around too terribly much. Interesting move here. I think Corey Knight's just waiting on the last lap in order to jump in and get some repairs and that sort of thing. He is not pitted yet, so that is why he is scoring up in 14th position. So he will have to come into the pits.
Yeah, I think he was the free pass car there as well.
But up front, great race going on so far. You know what? Let's see if we can get Michael Madden up here just for a really quick interview. Hey, Michael, this is Sean, and who's up in the booth with me? Jordan. So Sean Jordan up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Man, doing fantastic. We are out there. We're looking at your race team out there in the chat. They are all rooting for you to get this three-peat going on. What are you seeing out on the track right now?
The top three guys, we're keeping a great pace. I think, Corey and Jonathan are going to be the competition tonight, and we just got to keep at it. We're doing good. Got to stay ahead of the cautions and just keep up front. Track position's key, I feel like.
Yeah, Jonathan, this is Jordan. You're doing a great job saving your tires there at the beginning of the run. Was that a factor of you getting the past Corey there?
Yeah, I believe so. I just rode around, just trying to feel each other out, and I was called the tire saving king last week, so I got to live up to my hype,
Oh yeah,
definitely. Now I got to tell you before we let you go here, out there in the chat, there's one person chatting that is extremely important, and she has something to say to you. She says, "Great pit stop, Michael Madden. Mom is proud." So hey, mom's watching, buddy. She's proud of you, man.
Thanks, and thank you to her, and we'll try to bring it home for 3 in a row. Here we go.
All right, brother. Well, you have a great race.
Thanks, guys.
We'll drop him back down into his chat, but man, it is really fun to see his entire family out there, all of his friends out there. Just really a good time. I'll say there's a couple other people out there. There's some people for Cole Martin watching. Justin Misluck is saying, "Where can I get my Michael Madden merchandise?" I'm telling you, if he goes 3 or 4 in a row, we might have to start printing some stuff.
Oh yeah, especially for his fan base, getting a lot of his fan base here.
Well, and just to kind of tell everybody how this thing works. So Michael, he won a preseason race that gave him a 5-week sponsorship in the truck series. And so that gave him basically the first 5 weeks paid for by Sparkle and Shine Mobile Detailing. And so he won that. Then he won last week, which he won $25 plus his entry into the Xfinity. Well, that $25 he put towards more races. And so basically his first 10 weeks are paid for.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you actually can gain money on that. When you don't have to pay anything, that is great.
So we're going to have all sorts of good stuff like that. I know we have got some major news coming up this Sunday on the broadcast this Sunday. So do not miss this Sunday's race, the Cup Series. During the first caution, we will have some major news that will affect the entire series. It's good stuff. I promise you, I can't wait to tell everybody, but I have been told that if I tell everybody that I would be fired. So I can't. So wait until Sunday. It is going to be amazing, but the pace truck is going to dive off, and Michael Madden will get us restarted here on lap 29 of 85.
And he gets a great restart here. It's a great, pulls out to a great start here. Jonathan Byers moving up to second here.
Yeah, that was a great move by Byer. Go ahead and get it while the getting's good, man. So getting that good second place position, get a good draft on Michael Madden. He's going to dive down deep in there, and he's going to try to take this lead away from Michael.
Yeah, he got a great run on that restart there to be able to hopefully make this pass here.
Now, while all this is going on, there's definitely side-by-side racing back behind them, and so everybody has to be careful and get back into that groove that we were in the first time around. Don't push it too hard right here. We don't want another caution.
Yeah, you also don't want to push it too hard where you ruin your stuff and you can get a long green flag run, so you don't want to do that either.
Well, I got to tell you, while they're racing out here, I really hope that Jason Tripp, our Speed Racing Network president, is looking at this chat out here. There are people saying that they will take a hat and a T-shirt and all this stuff for Michael Madden. So, Jason, if you're watching, hey, start doing some mock-ups, buddy.
Start working on those hats and T-shirts. Jonathan Meyer is pulling out to a great lead, though, here.
He is, but again, early in the run like this is where you've got to decide, do I want to save for the long run? And a lot of these drivers are looking at that first long run and thinking this could go even longer.
Yeah, I would be too. I mean, I would be preparing myself for another long run, or a run to the finish, to be honest with you.
So out there in the chat right now, Christopher Riggs saying thank you to the Cody Riggs team. for the memorial from Cody and I's dad, R.I.P. Rick Riggs, and so that is Corey Riggs' father that passed away from coronavirus, and so definitely our hearts go out to you guys. I've never met Cody in real life, but he's like a brother to us here already, and that's kind of how Speed Racing Network works, man. Once you're in this league, you're family.
Oh yeah, you're family once you're in here. It's a great family to be in too.
So, but families fight, and here we go. So Jonathan Byer, Corey Saucier, they're about to do some battle here for that first position. Michael Madden back here in third with Vincent Cortez on his bumper.
Yeah, I think he's starting to save the stuff here in this run here. Vincent is trying to push the issue here. Whoa, he almost got into him there out of 4. Collects himself.
And up front, Corey Saucier putting on some pressure on Jonathan Byer, but they have broken away from 3rd and 4th place.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to do if you want to willing to work with somebody. Just work yourself away from the pack, get out to a big league and start saving your stuff.
Yep, Corey Saucier looking to the high side, can't get anything there. And again, this is one of those tracks where if you just don't get that inside angle, it's going to be tough to pass anybody.
Yeah, that inside line is the line you want to be on. I mean, it's hardly ever going to get a run on the outside.
We're going to check in really quick because we got a couple of big movers right now. So, I'm sorry, we got a yellow flag. We got a yellow flag on the track. Let's figure out if we can find out where that was, because I didn't see any issues. Did you see any issues out there? I see TEVIN WHITNER is slow, so...
I mean, I saw David Swift also slow on the backstretch there.
We're going to get a rec replay. We're going to see if we can figure this out. And so I'm trying to key on TEVIN WHITNER. It looks like he blinked out for an extended amount of time there. And that could be part of the issue. We're going to try again here. It's kind of strange sometimes when you have technology. It's just...
Yeah, and you can be unfortunate. You blink out for a long period of time. You can blink right back in and cause a humongous wreck. So you gotta be mindful of it.
Yeah, I don't see exactly what happened there, so we apologize. We don't see exactly what happened out there on the track. So we're just going to get back to live racing up here. And so now, everybody's making the decision. Do we stay out or do we pit? And every single one of them understands exactly how tires work here. So all of them coming into the pit road right now.
Yeah, if you stay out, I mean, you're just a sitting duck to the rest of the field. So you don't want to be a sitting duck.
No, you don't. Not at all. And so you see all of them getting their tires. Be curious to see if anybody takes just right sides.
Yeah, I would. If I was one of them drivers down there right now, I would. It's a good strategy, especially getting to the halfway point of this race.
So I'm seeing, Travis Trevelyan and Jason Kratke, they actually stayed out. So Jason Kratke came in, so I'm not sure why my scoring is showing that, but Travis Trevelyan decided to stay out on the track, and so he will have the lead, but he will have super old tires.
Oh yeah, he might be coming back. He's on the apron here. He might be coming down. He might have missed the stall or just missed pit road. I can understand guys going for right sides right now, so it'll be a great strategy to do right now. Get some track position, because that's what really counts here.
Yeah, it looks like Travis is going to come into pit road right now, and Jason Kratke as well. So we're going to get back and cycle back around. So Corey Saucier will have the lead, and Michael Madden will have second. Jonathan Byer back in third.
I would say that's a good decision to come down and get forward, because you do not want to be a sitting duck or want to cause a wreck someone in the field, so you don't want to do that.
Yeah, we've seen in previous weeks where somebody will make that move and they're just trying to gain track position. So I kind of see where they're going with it, but unless it works out perfectly, it's just a bad move. But every now and then it works out perfectly and you're a genius. But every other time that it doesn't work out, people get a little bit upset.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've gotten upset before. I know a lot of the drivers in this field has gotten upset about it. So it's gotta be mindful of other drivers when you're making that decision.
So 36 cars still, or trucks. See, I keep doing that. So 36 trucks still on the lead lap. And so we have definitely got some racing still to do. Everybody still has a shot at this thing. But right now, our biggest mover is somebody that we haven't talked about at all. He is an independent in this race because he races actually in the Xfinity Series. Greg Olnick, who races for Revved Racing up in the Xfinity Series, decided to drop down for this race just for the fun of it. He has moved up 32 positions. He started off in 38th, and now he's in 6th.
He's doing a great job. He's being a hard charger. That's what you want to be when you start from back.
Yeah, Greg also a broadcaster for us this past week in the Truck Series, so we enjoyed that, and I think he's our broadcaster next week as well. So, so we might see a little bit more of him in the very near future. But he wanted to get out there and race with these boys tonight and see what he could bring to the table. And up in 6th position, not a bad place.
Not a bad place at all. You stay up there, you can win some money. So, I mean.
So right now, got a couple of Revved Racing drivers up in the top 5. So Michael Madden up in 2nd, Nathan Nixon in 4th. They're going to be lined up together on the outside of the track. So maybe they can work some magic. And then Greg Olnick, they're technically their teammate, but he's an independent in this race, up in 6th. So they're going to have 3 Revved Racing drivers in a row on the outside. Let's see if they can make it work.
Yes, I'll be watching on that. I mean, all 3 of them on that outside line. I'll be curious to see if they can get that outside line to work on this restart here, because it's a hard line to get to work in Kentucky.
Yeah, they're going to have to get one heck of a jump and a heck of a push in order for that to work. And with Corey Saucier being as consistent as he is, I'm just not sure that's going to happen. Corey has been up front pretty much every race that I've watched him in, so really good driver himself. So I just don't think he's going to let that outside line get anywhere.
Let's see if he can get off to a good restart here.
And here we go. Pace truck is off. Corey Saucier just biding his time, just waiting. Still waiting, and there he goes. Wow, he just tried to lull everybody to sleep.
Well, that works out pretty well because he gets off to a great start here. Be able to control both lanes.
And that will allow Jonathan Byer to move back into 2nd position, passing Michael Madden. Michael Madden will finally get in line.
Yeah, looks like we all got off to a great start here. Great restart here. Corey Saucer's back to the league is good, commanding lead. Jonathan Byer.
Yeah, and back behind Michael Madden there, you got Nathan Nixon and Josh Mueller going side by side. Nathan Nixon on the outside, not where you want to be here at Kentucky, because that will allow Michael Mueller to just, Josh Mueller to basically have that great line, that good position.
Well, it's working for him right now. I mean, the first few laps of the run, you can get that outside line to work in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is starting to line to get going early in the run.
So back up front, Jonathan Byer putting some pressure on Corey Saucier this time. So they've been kind of going back and forth a little bit. And again, Michael Madden probably saving those tires. He's fallen back to 3rd, and he's about 0.6 of a second behind. So I think he's just kind of just waiting to see what happens up in front of him.
Yeah, he's gotta hope they don't get out to a big gap though, so where he won't be able to catch him.
Well, back behind him is where all the racing is. We are 2 wide, in some places 3 wide for position back here. And so, you know, those top 3 drivers, they've kind of broken away a little bit, but everybody back in the back just trying to find a way to move up front.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with 3 and 4 wide here. There's a couple of big wrecks here.
No, and we'll look at Nathan Nixon and Jose Castellanos going to the inside of Nathan Nixon, trying to get that pass so he can move into the top 4. So Jose, one of the drivers for Stryker Motorsports, who are trying to repeat on the team aspect of championships. and he will make that pass.
He's getting a great. He's having a great run here tonight.
So
that's cleared. Oh, it's cleared him now.
Yeah, and Josh Mueller going to try to follow him through. Oh, and we got a blink out there. That's got to be scary.
Yeah. I'm surprised the. Yeah, 33 Nathan NIXON's keeping on that outside for that long. He's kind of burning his stuff up there.
Yeah, at a lot of tracks you get a nice run on the outside if you take that outside line. Here you're just kind of burning up your tires because you have to hit the gas a little bit harder. You gotta have to scrub those tires a little bit harder just to keep up.
Yeah, that's where I would not want to be on that line right now. I would want to be on the bottom line where I can save my stuff here.
Now up front, Jonathan Byer, Corey Saucier. So Jonathan Byer up in first, Corey Saucier in second now. And then Michael Madden has fallen back almost 2 seconds behind. So he's got a little bit of work to do, but I think he's just hoping for a nice long green flag run in order to show that he saved those tires.
Yeah, he'll start gaining them ever so slightly here later on in this run if this thing stays green.
Out there in the chat, Ryan Ducombe saying, hit that thumbs up, everybody. Only 8 likes and 57 watching. And yeah, that's right. Let's hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button too, because this is race number 4 out of 60 that we are broadcasting this season. And so we have got a ton of broadcasts. Don't miss a single one of them. If you like this type of racing where you got 41, 42 guys out on the track and they're doing it really well, that's what we're going to have all season long.
It's a lot of great racing here too. A lot of fun action.
So let's jump back a little ways. Let's go back to back in 15th position. This is number 91, Kyle Wimble. So he has moved up 21 positions from where he started. He started in 36th position. He's up in 15th. And so a great drive for him.
Yeah, he's having a great run here. Hopefully keep knocking off those positions here. Vincent Cortez is moved back in the pack here. He's back in 15th.
Yeah, he has actually fallen 11 positions. He started off in 4th. He is back in 15th right now, so he's got some work to do. And again, still plenty of time. Still got 35 laps to go, so you still got to have a green flag pit stop. Oh, no, maybe not a green flag pit stop. Here we go. That was Mike Mosby. We're still green.
Wow. I thought that was a caution right there.
Yeah, that was Mike Mosby and Matt Johnson that got into it. Matt is hurting right now. You can see that truck is all banged up. He's going to have to hope for a caution to get a fast repair here, or he is going to fall back drastically.
Yeah, that truck looks destroyed in that front end right there. It's kind of hard to turn right now.
Yep, now we got side-by-side for the lead up here. Corey Saucier on the outside, Jonathan Byer on the inside. And Corey will get by and take that lead.
Yeah, he's starting to pull away just a little bit on Jonathan Byer.
Then a little bit further back in 5th position, you got Jose Castellanos working hard on Josh Mueller here for 4th position.
He's gaining. And no doubt about that.
All sorts of great racing all the way back through the pack. Cole Martin here in 10th position, trying to catch number 23. That's Byron McDonald in that pink number 23 car.
That is some beautiful car right there.
That is. He is right on Byron's tail. It almost looked like they were going to touch there, but they make it through just fine. So he's going to have to find his way around. But back up front, another side-by-side. Jonathan Byer going to the inside, trying to clear for the lead. Not sure he's going to make it this time around. Nope, not clear. Oh, no, here we go. Corey Saucier hard into the wall.
Here comes Michael Madden. And Corey Saucier's truck is destroyed on that right side.
Yeah, Michael Madden, he passes for the lead too. Jonathan Byer's hurt out there.
Yeah, they're both hurt. They're going to really be hoping for a caution here.
So Michael Madden to the lead as the leaders take each other out.
Wow. Well, that's the product of this racing. You start racing hard, things can happen here.
And no caution because again, they were able to gather it back up, but yeah, they desperately need a caution right now in order to stay on that lead lap because
there it is.
There we go. So Brad YOUNKMAN now I think is turned on the track. Let's see if I can catch him. There he is. Yeah, he's turned around on the track. That is a godsend to a couple people. So Matt Johnson, Jonathan Byer, Corey Saucier, that is a godsend to them. They needed that caution so badly.
Oh yeah, they get that weight lifted off of their shoulder right there. They needed that one badly.
So let's go back and see what we can figure out here. So it looks like Brad YOUNKMAN and the 99 might get into it here. Whoa, they were trying to avoid Jonathan Byer. That's what happened.
Oh, big wreck.
Ooh. Oh, and then some extracurriculars there as well. So Doc Holliday gets into them also. So, yeah, if you look, you can see Jonathan Byer coming into the screen there at the bottom, and they were just trying to avoid him. In fact, I'll back it up just a little bit. You can see everybody just trying to get around that slower truck. And a rough hit.
Yeah, they had nowhere to go. Jonathan Byer had nowhere to go either. He was stuck in that apron, which he's doing a great job of staying on that apron, but they just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then Doc Holliday gets into it as well. Let's see if we can see this from Doc Holliday's point of view. As we will go into his cockpit and see what he sees. You can see a big jumble of trucks up in front, and then the sun gets in your eyes, and then the truck just comes off the wall. There's just nowhere for Doc to go.
Yeah, he just had nowhere to go. That sucks for him, but hopefully he got some fast repair to get the truck fixed here.
Yeah, you can see YOUNKMAN, who was kind of the one that got turned and hit the wall and hit a few other guys. You can see him coming out of the pits, obviously getting a fast repair to help him out. But up front, the benefactor for all of this action is Michael Madden back to the front, even though Jonathan Byer and Corey Saucier had great runs that time around. They had a couple seconds on them, and Madden to the lead.
Yeah, he was just sitting back there waiting for something to happen, and something did happen there, so the leaders got into it.
Yeah, but you can see Corey Saucier definitely used that fast repair. That truck is looking all right. Jonathan Byer as well, using that fast repair. So his truck is going to be looking a lot better. Hopefully it's driving just as well. But back up front, we are going to have Michael Madden in the lead.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Jonathan Byer can work his way back up here into the top 3 from 35th. See how he gets back up here.
You know what? Let's see if we can't get Greg Olnick up here in the chat. Let's see if he is out there. So let's pull him up here and let's say hello to him. He's doing a great job tonight for us. Hey, Greg, this is Sean and Jordan up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. I had a feeling you were going to stop by soon.
Man, I had to. You're up in 3rd position. You've dropped down from the Xfinity League to come in and have fun with these guys. What are you seeing from an Xfinity League driver's point of view with these truck drivers? How good are they?
Well, first and foremost, it's been a really fun race, and a lot of the guys are pretty aggressive, and you can tell they want to make a name for themselves in this league. I've had a few qualms with a few drivers already, but you're going to have that in racing. But for the most part, I mean, they're fast and they're getting it, and I'm going to have to see if I can hang with Michael Madden here, so we'll see.
So do you think you have a truck, or you think you have a truck for Michael Madden to get up there?
Oh, man, I don't know. I've never counted myself as a speed guy, so I'm hoping that I can just take care of these tires. I'm hoping that this goes green because it's looking like we should be able to make it. I'm not too sure, but we're going to have to see. I don't know.
So, with you deciding to drop down, you actually ended up in 38th starting position. So you had, I guess you had a bad qualifying lap, or maybe you didn't even qualify, but you've worked your way all the way through. So what has it been like to work your way through the pack?
Man, I just wanted to come out here and, like I said, have fun. And the only way to have fun is passing cars. And I've done a lot of that, and this is one of my favorite tracks. The high line in 3 and 4 is a lot of fun. There's multiple grooves in this track, so I've had a blast. And like I said, we're going to see what we can do here.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you get back to it. Congratulations on a great race so far, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right, so Greg Olnick at that number 31. He is technically a teammate of Michael Madden, but don't let that fool you at all. They will race for it.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he would race him right now, considering he's a teammate in the upper tier series. So see how he races Michael Madden here.
And so for those of you just joining us, Michael Madden on a 2-win streak right now, a 2-race winning streak, going for number 3, and he is up front as we're about to go back to racing here on lap 58 of 85. Michael Madden gets the green, and he takes off on the outside. Josh Mueller not going to let him get too much distance.
Yeah, he got a great restart on that outside to be able to drop down. Yeah, he dropped down. That's a great restart there for that 26.
Now we got a lot of chat out there. Jackie Byer saying, get back out there, number 66. A lot more laps left. That is Jonathan Byer's family member there. Jovi Sagiped, I'm going to get that right eventually. Let's go H2K, and Ryan Ducombe saying H2K as well. So we got a lot of H2K drivers out there, but Josh Mueller going to the inside trying to put that pressure on Michael Madden.
Yeah, he's going after that first place.
And he will get that lead, and he will clear Michael Madden as Michael gets back in line.
That was close there, getting back in line. Whoa.
And take a look at number 87, Andrew Harris. Started the race in second, fell all the way back to probably 10th or 11th. Now back up in third position and challenging.
He's back up here right in time when it counts. There, you got about 26 laps to go here.
And then side by side for fourth place, Jose Castellanos and Greg Olnick back there in 4th and 5th. But Michael Madden challenging for the lead on the inside again.
Oh, let's try to force it. I thought they were going to force the 3 wide there, but he thought wise of it.
Yeah, Andrew Harris thought about it for a little bit and then said, we'll wait.
Yeah, I would applaud him on that decision right there.
And Josh Mueller maintains that lead. Michael Madden still keeping that inside line, but just biding his time.
Yeah, that is the third line here. So he's getting around out of 2 here. Should be able to make the pass going into 3.
And then we got Ben out there in the chat saying, yes, let's go number 26, and that is our leader, Josh Mueller. And they are side by side, door to door.
They are really racing hard here.
Not holding back anything anymore. They are going for it. Michael Madden on the inside, Josh Mueller on the outside. You got Andrew Harris considering it. You got Greg Olnick now diving to the inside for 3rd.
Yeah, I'm glad he backed out of that 3 wide situation there in turn 2. That would have been you would not want to see what happened after that.
Then you got another
and
Michael Madden with a nice little cutoff there. Josh Mueller kind of got a little sideways. Oh, and he taps Andrew Harris now.
Yeah, he's trying to get a handle back on his truck here. Oh, he goes slips right in front of number 82.
Kevin Marin, Kevin Marin is the owner of KMR Warrior Racing, and I'll let you know. So the KMR Warrior Racing are up in 9th position and 12th position. So you can see those gold and red and black cars, beautiful trucks, beautiful paint job on those. So he's out there saying he's proud of his team, and we're definitely proud to have him out here. Up front, Michael Madden and Andrew Harris doing battle.
Oh yeah, he's racing hard. Oh. Try to look underneath him there. Revved on the outside.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got Josh Mueller has fallen all the way back to 6th after getting into a little bit with both Michael Madden and Andrew Harris.
Yeah, he's got caution's out.
Caution's out. Oh, that's Michael DION in the 110. We were just talking about KMR Warrior Racing, and so he looks like he's got some big damage.
Yeah, it looks like he's either gotten turned in the outside wall.
So we will go back and check that out with another rec replay. And so I'll tell you, this KMR Warrior Racing team, they like to race together out there on the track, and you will see that happen here. So, it looks like he got into it a little bit with the number 85, that's Cole Martin, got into it. You can see the 110 and the 141 lining up, and they love to do that out here on the track. And then it just looks like they ran out of room.
Yeah, he just ran out of room and got turned like one of the trucks from R&D got in it as well and blew up on the apron there. I don't know which truck that was.
Looks like it might have been, you know what, I'm not really sure. We'll go back. I know Trevor White had some damage as well. That might be who that was.
He just had nowhere to go.
So yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's Trevor White in the 88. And
Yeah,
so
nowhere to go.
big
Hopefully he has a
damage
pack
there. Now, if we go back just a little bit, you're going to see there was a little bit between Cole Martin and Michael DION here. So Cole Martin in that number 85 truck, and they bump. Oh no, it was. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Nathan Nixon. I apologize. That was Nathan Nixon.
It looks like he thought he might have been cleared, I guess, and drove up to that high line and just thought he was clear, and the 33 was there. So.
Well, now we go back live, and definitely Michael DION's going to have to get that truck fixed. You can see him getting into the pits.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting on this restart here. See how hard they were racing the last restart. It's going to be probably around 16 to 15 to go here on the restart.
And out there on the track, Brian Crocker is technically the leader right now, but I think he's just waiting to get the wave around.
I don't know if he was a lap down car.
We're gonna find out what happened there, but no, it doesn't. I'm not really sure. We'll find out shortly.
Yeah, I mean, he might be staying out here to gain some track position and figure out that this will win.
So yeah, 19 laps to go, and he last pitted on lap 54. So we've got another. Everybody else has 13 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, and that's really the threshold, 13 to 15 laps, old tires. That's kind of the time you want to come down and get 4 tires on.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, they got to watch out for tire spin here from him. Hopefully he can get off to a great restart if he still decides to stay out here.
So back out there in the chat, we got a couple people loving the race out there saying this is gold and this is the best racing we've seen, and man, they couldn't ask for better racing, and that is the truth, man. This is really, really good stuff that we're watching out here.
Yeah, this is incredible. The Truck Series put on a great show tonight, and we're not done yet, so this can get even better.
So I'm watching, and we've got some risk-taking going on out there, is what my timing is telling me at least. So Greg Olnick may have only taken 2 tires there. He got in and out of the pits in 10 seconds. Same thing with Josh Mueller. So in and out in 10 seconds. Michael Madden got in and out in 5 seconds according to my timing. Now, my timing could be completely wrong. There's been a lot of shuffling around. But there could be some strategy going on out there.
Yeah. If your timing was right, he probably just took gas only, and he might have thought he wasn't going to be able to make it to the end.
But Brian Crocker from Bronco Motorsports is going to try to make this thing work on old tires.
Anthony Harris I would be concerned about his blinking here right now. He's blinked out a couple times.
Yeah, a lot of times blinking happens when it's under caution because you see so much more detail as you're driving around, and so your computer kind of can't take it. And so that happens a lot under caution, but once we get back up to speed, a lot of times it fixes itself.
Yeah, we just get a 31 of Olnick here. I would prepare myself for a just be careful in this restart on the number 86 with old tires. I know he's on the right sides. Yeah, Malcolm Madden in fifth, right behind him.
So out there in the chat once again, Kevin Morin, so the owner of KMR Warrior Racing, saying, watch Kevin Jobin. This man puts in so much time in practice to be the best each race, just like all of their drivers do. And so Kevin Jobin up here in 6th position on the outside of that 141 truck. Beautiful paint scheme. He is going to be side by side with Michael Madden when we get back to the restart.
Yeah, we'll have to watch him here. That's a truck you can't miss those trucks. Those gold paint schemes you can't miss on the track.
Oh, definitely, and they're one of those teams that they do everything together, and that's a lot of fun to see. But Pace Truck will dive off, and Brian Crocker will get the restart, and so it's totally up to him when he wants to go, and so he's just waiting on it, and he will take off. Michael Madden gets a great jump going through the middle, and he's going to move all the way into 2nd from 5th on one turn.
Yeah, I would think the 86 was just concerned about spinning the tires there in that restart. Great start. Michael Madden capitalized off of that.
Yeah, Michael Madden with a massive move, taking the lead. Oh, and here we go. Andrew Harris sideways.
He saved it. Yeah, he saved it. Great save.
Wow. Excellent wheeling by Andrew Harris, but that will pull him all the way back to 19th position.
Yeah, that's a great save.
Oh, now we're wrecking. Now we're wrecking.
Oh man.
Mueller going for a spin.
Yeah.
On his lid. Oh, Mueller. That hurts.
Oh, it's 79 too, getting into it there. Some damage.
Oh my goodness, lots of damage out there. Oh, and they're hitting each other. Wow, we're going to have to go back and see what happened back there. But that all kind of started with Andrew Harris kind of getting out of line by getting tapped there. So let's go back and let's do another rec replay.
I would say that was a great job before that for the other drivers missing Harris there, but see what happened there.
You'll see they're about to go 3 wide, and anytime you go 3 wide, this is a danger. And here we go. They are 3 wide right here. Greg Olnick on the inside, just not enough room.
Like he got close up to the wall, and he might have hit the wall there and came right back down to the 26 and hit him. Oh,
Nathan Nixon just got into him, and that's what started him spinning. Oh, I really hope he is not in VR mode. Oh my God.
You want to watch his cockpit?
I think we're about to, actually. We're about to go back and take a look at this from his point of view. If you are squeamish, please close your eyes. Just trying to save it. And oh wow, yep, that's
not a view you want to see.
No, it is not. Oh my gosh. And there's just nothing that he can do. There's nothing he can do about it.
I would be happy if I was him. I'll be happy for just getting back on all 4 wheels there, not being stuck on the roof where he had to tow. That would really suck for him to lose all that time and probably go a lap down. So it's good for him.
Yeah. Oh wow. What a hard wreck. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see if he can get back out there on the track. So he might still have a fast repair. And if he does, then I mean we're right back to it, man.
I think he got stuck a lap down though. That's what the thing shows right here.
Yeah, based on the scoring, he is going to be a lap down. So rough hit for Josh Mueller. And out there in the chat, Ben saying, thankfully he's not in VR. So thank you for that. That is good.
Yeah, that is That is not a good thing to watch.
So Michael Madden is going to basically regain the lead off of an amazing move. He started off in 5th on that restart and jumped all the way to 2nd before they made it into the first turn. Huge move for him. But then 2nd, I believe, is going to be Greg Olnick. And then 3rd is going to be Kevin Jobin. I could be getting those mixed up. It might be Kevin Jobin in 2nd on this restart. But either way, you got Michael Madden up in 1st for Revved Racing, Kevin Jobin for KMR Warrior Racing. So this is so far their best race and their best driver up here right now. And then Greg Olnick for Revved Racing, but the Xfinity Series. So he's just kind of here visiting and having a good time, but putting on a show.
Yeah, I would watch out for Corey Saucer here in 4th, and that's right.
Yep.
So I would watch for him. You got Kevin Joblin in 3rd, and he's getting a good line to restart in. So maybe he can capitalize and go to 2nd here. And he has 4 tires. The 31 doesn't have 4 tires; he has 2. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, and then Jose Castellanos has really been up here in the top 5, top 6 all night long, just kind of biding his time, waiting for his moment. And so we'll have to see what he can do here when we get up to this restart. But we're about to come around, and we're going to have 11 laps to go as we cross the start-finish line. They're going to get all lined up, so I think we're going to get restarted with 10 laps to go, a 10-lap shootout to see who can take it home.
Yeah, I think we're not done wrecking yet either. So this could get into the green-white checkers here.
No, and still 34 trucks on the lead lap still. And just what great driving by everybody to have 34 trucks out of the 42 that entered to still be on the lead lap. That is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, especially when we got that good green flag run to start at the beginning of the race.
So just to kind of recap really quick, we got Michael Madden in 1st for Revved Racing. His teammates are in 13th, 14th, and 15th back here. So Revved Racing having a great drive. So is Jonathan BYRON Racing. They've got the 5th position, 7th position, and 9th position here. So they've got some great driving going on as well. So a lot of good team driving.
Oh yeah. Hopefully they can capitalize on those team points there and gain a lot of team points on that in the standings. Going after that team championship.
Coming down the back stretch, then we'll go around turns 3 and 4. Then Michael Madden will try to get one of his amazing restarts once again. But Greg Olnick, I mean, they've raced together before. They've practiced together. I think that Greg Olnick might know his tricks.
I would think so. They've raced together before. They're on the same team. Well, not technically on the same team. So.
Pace truck dives off. Michael Madden will restart this thing, and he does go. You saw that Greg Olnick kind of got a little bit of a jump, but had to back off because Michael had not gone yet, and so Michael takes full advantage of that and gets a great jump. Kevin Jobin's going to be on the inside trying to take 2nd position away from Greg Olnick.
Yeah, Kevin Jobin is a great run on this backstretch here. And Michael Madden's going to be, they're going to be closing back in on Michael Madden here a little bit.
Oh, a little bit of side-by-side action there. Almost got together. But Kevin Jobin looks like he will clear almost.
Here comes Corey Saucer too on the inside of the 31 as well.
That's right. Greg Olnick's going to kind of get hung out to dry out there if he keeps this up. But Kevin Jobin up into 2nd position.
It's like 31's going to get back in the line here, it looks like. Well, maybe not.
I mean, just great driving all the way around. I know out there in the chat, Chad Wampler is saying he's going to start recruiting for Stake Dance team for late 2021 right now. He's going to start recruiting all these truck drivers. Great idea.
Oh yeah, you never can't. I mean, you can start recruiting early.
So Michael Madden starting to pull away a little bit as these two are doing battle. Greg and Kevin side by side. Kevin Jobin didn't really have a great race last week, but this week putting on a show up here as he's racing with one of the best Xfinity racers up here, Greg Olnick.
Yeah, he got close there off of turn 4 on Olnick there.
Yeah,
but
but
they didn't touch.
Yep, and Olnick will drive by, so Olnick will takes that second position away, and now Jobin's under fire by Corey Saucier.
Be interesting to see if Olnick can gain some ground on Madden here with those 2 tires he took on that last pit stop. See if he replaces them on the outside line he's running on.
So as we're coming around, 6 laps to go now. Now it's time for people to start making the moves they need to make.
Yeah, that 141 of KEVEN JOBIN is starting to gain back there with Olnick, so see what he can get a run here on this backstretch.
These top 6 have broken away by almost 2 seconds over 7th position, so it's basically a 6-truck race at this point, and they are side by side again for second.
Yeah, almost touching doors there coming out of 4. Olnick got a great run on the outside line, coming out of 4. Still side by side coming out of 1.
And while this is going on, Madden is just running away with this thing.
Yeah, that's what you want to see in your mirror. If you can see it.
Oh, caution! It's Kyle Wimble, I believe.
Oh, man. Oh,
big wrecking. That's Travis Trevelyan involved in that. I see Joe Ruggles involved in that. I see the number 13. Oh, I believe that's David Swift involved in that as well. So lots of damage.
Yeah, they just had nowhere to go there.
That is not what they wanted to see up front at all.
Yeah, Madden. I would think Madden would have pulled away and end up securing it.
And so it looks like Matt Johnson got a little bit of a tap there. Number 91, Kyle Wimble, just goes for a spin, and then all the trucks behind him had nowhere to go. Oh yeah, Travis Trevelyan. Yeah, he just comes right back down the track. So Travis Trevelyan involved, the number 13 of David Swift involved. They were the ones that got the brunt of that.
Yeah, hopefully they got one of their fast repairs left here and they can get it fixed. Get back out there, hopefully get a good finishing position here. So like we're gonna have a green-white checker.
So Michael Madden, and he fakes to go into the pits. Nobody buys it. Nobody really buys it. So looks like Byron McDonald and Cody Riggs were going to come in and get tires anyway. Maybe they're thinking that we might get some green-white checkers out of this.
And they could also pick up some positions too, with guys on older tires as well. So it's a win-win situation with that too. So.
Yeah, not a bad idea, because if we do get a green-white checker, they're going to have all sorts of time to make up spots.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to pick up to first position, but they'll pick up a ton of positions on these guys on old tires.
Yeah, this will be green-white checker number 1. And so we do have 3 attempts at a green-white checker.
Yeah, so we could be here a while. This is going to get interesting here.
Yeah, out there in the chat, Travis Trevelyan, who was involved in that last incident, saying, "Wish he would have held his brakes. It ended my night." So Travis Trevelyan is out of the race.
Yeah, I've been there before. It's a bad situation there. I know he could have held his brakes there, but it is what it is now.
So now getting back out there on the track, looks like we're going to have 32 drivers on the lead lap still. So a couple of guys have kind of fallen off now that we're running out of fast repairs. But up front, we're going to have Michael Madden with the lead, and then we're going to have KEVEN JOBIN on the outside for KMR Warrior Racing. Again, one of our French-Canadian drivers up there, and so a lot of fun to talk to. Great guys on that entire team. So love the look of their team. We've got a few teams in this league, to be completely honest, that really have got their stuff together, and they've got all the identical paint schemes. They practice all during the week. This is no longer one of those leagues where you can just show up and race.
No, it's not. You gotta. A lot of teams, they prepare. And I know on my cup team we prepare all week for it. So you got to prepare for these races, because if you go up and show up and you wreck out, that'll be a factor of you not practicing. stuff. But you can also do that when you practice a lot too. That's what happened last week with us in R&D in the Cup Series.
So Michael Madden, again, is going to get this restart. He really wanted to see that thing go green the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, it's the best view in your mirror seeing those guys being side by side, because you'll pull away a lot off of them.
And so KOSIER, who again has been up towards the front in pretty much every race that we've seen him in, he will restart in 4th position. Jose Castellanos, he has had a great race all race long, has been up there towards the top 5. He is going to start in 5th.
Yeah, he's got a good line to restart on that inside line. So see about the inside can get a good restart here. Maybe be able to gain a couple positions on this restart.
And so we're going to come around one more time. And again, this is our first green-white checker. So we're going to get the green flag. We're going to go around once, get the white flag, and then we get the checker flag. So if we get to the white flag, the next flag will end the race. But if we get a yellow flag on this first lap, then we're going to get it all over again.
That's right, Sean. We got 3 attempts at this. So we could be here for all 3 attempts. We could be here all 1 attempt. So we'll see what happens here.
And so we have not had a race yet that we've taken all 3 attempts. So I'm not really interested in seeing that. I'd rather see an actual finish here. And that's kind of what happened for the last few races that we've broadcast. Is we've had a green-white checker, and we've had some really good racing after that. So not what Michael Madden wanted to see. He wanted to run away with this thing, and he was running away with it. But now he's going to have to fight for it one more time. And here we go. Truck dives off. Michael Madden with the restart, and he's going to try to get a good one, and he does. He gets a great jump. Kevin JOBIN tries to dive to the inside, but Greg Olnick is already there in position.
Yeah, let's see if Greg Olnick can get a great run on his teammate here. We're already got a caution.
And we're going to have to do it one more time here. And not really sure where that caution came from. Oh, yeah, I do. So that is Andrew Harris all beat up back there. And so we will have to go in and get another rec replay and see if maybe that was part of the cause.
He's already been a part of one caution tonight, so it's hopefully he has one more fast repair.
Oh, he tried to pull a Michael Madden move. He tried to move to the inside, and they were 4 wide.
Yes, factor of being 4 wide there on a green-white checker. Everybody's racing hard there, trying to gain as many positions as they can.
Yeah, and then he got into, I believe that was the number 91. And so that is Kyle Wimble that he got into, and Kyle Wimble with a huge hit.
Yeah, he sent the 224 for a ride there as well. So this 224 had nowhere to go. And I mean, it's just a factor of that restart right there.
Well, so that was green-white checker number 1. So this will be green-white checker number 2. But the people that really love that are the cars that, or the trucks that came down and pitted. Because, again, that just gives them even more of an advantage coming into this thing.
Yeah, and hopefully they were able to gain a few spots on that restart there at the time they had. And let's see what happens on this next restart.
So Michael Madden, again, still maintains that lead. Greg Olnick now will be in 2nd position. But we've kind of seen that whoever's in 2nd position kind of gets hung out to dry.
Yeah, that 141 of Kevin JOBIN is going to be in a good position here to, if this restart goes the way he wants it to go, he can make a run at that Madden.
So it looks like, not really sure who that was that got that wave around there, but in any event, So Michael Madden, Greg Olnick, again, technically teammates for Revved Racing, but Greg actually races in the Xfinity Series, so he's just dropping down for this race. We do allow drivers from the Xfinity Series to drop down into the Truck Series as long as their I rating is appropriate for it. We'll let them do that up to 4 times per season. So that'll give them a little bit of fun if they want that. We also allow those Xfinity drivers to move up into the Cup Series 4 times again if their I rating is appropriate for that, and we'll allow those Cup Series drivers to move down into the Xfinity Series again if their I rating is appropriate. So we just like to see a ton of cars out there on the track. We love to see great racing, and that is what we're getting here tonight.
Yeah, I'll be joining the race tomorrow night in the Xfinity Series, so hope to get some good action and fun tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, it is going to be a great race tomorrow night also. A lot of great drivers in the Xfinity Series, and we are finding out really quickly that we've got a lot of great drivers here as well.
Oh yeah, a lot of the owners from the Xfinity teams are going to be looking at these drivers for next season, see if they can move up.
And so once again, Michael Madden trying to go for that 3rd win in a row. That dates back to the preseason. And so if he can pull this off, then he is really going to have these Xfinity and Cup teams looking at him.
Oh yeah, going for a 3-peat. That's hard to do in league racing. So yeah, when you can do it, it is impressive.
So we are about to get right back to it.
But he's in the best spot right now. He's up front. He controls the restart, so he's in the best spot.
Definitely, and a lot of times we'll try to do some interviews with these guys, but when we go into a green-white checker, I don't really like to bother them too much. They need to focus on these next couple of laps. Out there in the chat right now, Jay Gimble saying, don't count out Martin. And so he's talking about Cole Martin back here in the 85 truck, who is going to be restarting in the 8th position. And yeah, you never count out anybody in this top 10, especially. There is still plenty of time to move up. I mean, you saw that with Michael Madden. He started off in 5th on that last restart and jumped all the way up into 2nd before the first turn.
Yeah, he got a great restart on that restart, and be able to move up to 2nd. So he's back where he can win the race. And yeah, a lot of other drivers here that are looking to win it as well. So we'll just see what happens here. It's going to be a great restart here.
All right. We are almost there. Again, this is green-white checker number 2. We got 61 viewers out there. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, because we are doing this all over again tomorrow for the Xfinity Series. So we'll talk more about that right after this race, but we're going to have some more great driving. And if I've heard correctly, I think we've got about 40 drivers for it as well. So we have definitely got a full field. It is going to be fantastic. Do not miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race tomorrow night.
And it looks like we're going to be starting single file because it was an immediate caution. And so a lot of times we'll do that if there is an immediate caution, so that way we can be sure that we get a good, clean restart. And Michael Madden, once again, gets that restart, and he is going to take off. And so it's going to be really tough for anybody to catch him right now because of this single wide, the single restart.
He got a great restart too, and it's going to be very tough.
And we're going to see if he can maintain this for this one lap around the track. If he can get back to the white flag, then the next flag will end it. Greg Olnick trying to get a good run.
Yeah, he's closing in on him. See if he can. Oh, poor Saucer is. Yeah. Well, he's going to the outside of Kevin JOBIN.
And here we go. White flag. Michael Madden. One more lap to go to get his 3-peat.
Yep, next flag ends the race, so checkered or yellow.
And so Greg Olnick trying desperately to catch up to Michael Madden, but unless something happens here in turns 3 and 4, it is not going to work. Michael Madden bringing it around in turns 3 and 4, and he will bring it home for his 3rd victory in a row here at the Bluegrass 125 at Kentucky. Congratulations, Michael Madden.
great race by him. And that's an incredible win right there for Michael Madden.
And I'm sure they are wrecking back behind. It looks like Michael DION got into a little bit there, and some other guys as well. But Michael Madden is going to get that win. Greg Olnick will take second. Kevin Jobin looks like will take third. Corey Saucier fourth, as Corey Saucier comes up and gives him a congratulatory tap there.
Yeah, high five his race car.
That's all you can do, man.
Oh, yeah.
And so Michael Madden will bring it around, and I am sure he will burn this thing to the ground. He is really good at these burnouts. It's kind of like he's had some practice.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten a lot of practice the past 3 weeks.
And so he will show us how it's done. Oh, and he's just going to tap it. That's his teammate. That's BYRON McDonald. So he's just goofing off with him up there. But I think we're about to see a good burn. Oh, no, and now we got some other action. So people kind of cutting in. But Michael Madden with just banging off of the other trucks.
With all his teammates there. That's a good thing.
So all the teammates having fun with it.
Well, I think the last one there just went through was his teammate, but yeah, they're all. That's a good team right there. You want your driver in victory. The team, when the driver wins, you're on the same team. Your team wins too. So.
Yeah, definitely excellent race, excellent finish. Let's take a look and see what the results look like. Well, you know what? Let's watch them burn it down just a little bit longer there. Now we'll go to the results. And Michael Madden will bring up first place for Revved Racing. Greg Olnick, an independent, but he does race for Revved Racing up in the Xfinity League. He will take second. Kevin Jobin in third for KMR Warrior Racing. Corey Saucier in fourth for R&D Motorsports. And Jose Castellanos will finish in fifth for Striker Motorsports.
Jack Johnson for Jonathan Byer Racing will finish sixth. Jonathan Crathley will finish seventh for R&D Motorsports. Brad YOUNKMAN will finish 8th for Team SRN, and Brad Dominion will finish 9th for Striker Motorsports, and then Taylor Smith will finish 10th for Team SRN.
11th will be Sean Kosier for Revved Racing. His teammate Nathan Nixon in 12th place as well. Vincent Cortez from Tank Racing finishes in 13th. Bobby Anderson for R&D Motorsports in 14th. And then league founder Corey Knight in 15th for Team SRN.
Josh Mueller for Tank Racing in 16th. Michael DION in 17th for KMR Warrior Racing. Jeffrey Stewart in 18th he's an independent. Joe Ruggles and 19th for Striker Motorsports, and Matt Johnson rounding out the top 20 for Team SRN.
All right. Well, let's see if we can't get some interviews going on here, and let's see if we can get our French Canadian friend Kevin Jobin in here. And he does know English. He's fine. It shouldn't be any problem at all. So this is Sean. Hey, Kevin. This is Sean and Jordan up in the booth. How's it going, man?
Good, and you?
Doing really well. Great race out there for KMR Warrior Racing. I know your team owner out there was watching, and he said he was super proud of you, and that you've been practicing a lot.
Oh, thanks. It's a really nice run. Sorry for my English.
It's okay. It's okay. You had a really good race. You started off in actually 17th position and moved all the way through the pack to get to third. What was it like out there on the track?
Oh, it's you have to save your tire a lot on this track, and keep going to the top. Can you bring Nicolas and Germain with me?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get Nicolas up here as well to help you out here. So hey, Nicolas St. Germain, this is Sean and Jordan, and we got Kevin up here in the booth with us. How's it going, buddy?
Very good. Yourself?
Doing really, really well. So Kevin asked if we could get you in here to help him out a little bit, basically we were just asking you what did he see out there on the track?
What you see is a lot of competition, and you know he had no expectation. So he's really, really happy. He came up slowly but surely.
Well, it's kind of been a good, refreshing season for you guys. You know, having a new team in this league is always a lot of fun for us. Now, with your team, how often do you guys practice?
Oh, actually, we practice on each our own a couple of times, and we do other session with other people, and to practice with you guys. But sometimes, we do a couple of laps by ourselves and try to get as faster as we can without using too much tire. But this track is not really it's not easy on tire.
Yeah, Kevin, I know you were unlucky there on that last restart to have to start single file. I know the inside line is the line you want to restart on. Do you think that was a factor, you not be able to get to second place or first?
Yes, I did. Go ahead, sir.
Vas-y, Nick.
Yeah, no, exactly. He was expecting to leave from the inside, and was a bit disappointed, but he did good.
Yeah, it did a great job, guys, and we really look forward to seeing what else KMR Warrior Racing has for us here in this league. We appreciate you guys being here. Congratulations on a third place finish, and we'll get you guys back down there in your chat one more time. But we will see you next week as we go to Darlington.
Oh, yes, and hopefully we're gonna be have more luck with the other drivers.
Exactly. You guys have a great night.
You too.
All right, we will drop them back into their chats. And let's see if we can't get our second place finisher, Greg Olnick, in here. And we were talking to him just a little bit before anyway, but now we get to see what his thoughts are here. Greg, second place finish, buddy. Not too terrible.
Yeah, I guess I didn't stink it up too bad.
No, you did a great job out there. And, I mean, of course, you got a good view of what your teammate Michael Madden can do. You also got to see a few new drivers out there. Anybody stick out to you?
Yeah, me and Kevin Jobin had a really good race towards the end there, battle for second, trying to get up to Michael. He stuck out the most. And then I'm trying to think of anybody else that sticks out. The 87, Andrew Harris, was up there for a lot of the race before he got into some trouble. But Michael Madden seems to be like the class of the field, so I understand why he's got all those fans out there. I'm trying to make some of my own.
Yeah, man, you're doing a great job out there, definitely.
So, Greg, were you going to charge hard for Michael for that win? I know you had two. I know you took two on that on that pit stop for the restart. Were you going to try to battle Madden for the win there?
Yeah, so I had taken two to get up a little bit. I was about 19th in the field or so. When we had a caution in like the 40s or something, I don't remember. But I took two then to kind of see what it would do, and I didn't have much wear on a long run or on a medium length run on the left sides. So I knew what I would have going into that last run, so that definitely helped. Being single file kind of put us behind the eight ball literally. But I'm happy that Michael Madden got the win today. He's definitely a great racer. I'm ecstatic because I've honestly never finished in the top 5 in an SRN race. So this is the best I've ever done.
Well, so now you're going to be broadcasting with me next week at Darlington. I mean, what's more fun, being out there in second place or broadcasting with me?
I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say broadcasting because it's stressful, man. I'm out here like moving my arms just to keep them like blood flowing through them and just stay loose. And I mean, I'm not kidding. It's intense. Like me and Jobin in the 141, we were battling side by side for a good 3 or 4 laps at the end. And I mean, that only adds an extra element of stress being towards the end of the race. And, you know, you want to not screw up, but you also don't want to be careful because you have a shot and you don't always get that shot. So maybe a few more laps. I feel like we might have had something for Michael, but I'm still tickled for him. And I also I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know if we were wrapping this up, but I want to give a quick shout out to the Revved president, Adam Pettit. It's his birthday today. I'm hoping that this is a good birthday present for him. And I also want to give a shout out to Cody Riggs and his family. We've obviously all been thinking about him this week. You know, he's got a lot going on right now. So that's why we're running these banners for him. And just wanted to know we're thinking about him.
Definitely, man. Great guy, great team, good race for you, man. We will look forward to seeing you next week in the booth. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night on the track. So, congratulations on a second place finish, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. All right, so let's see if we can't get the man of the hour up here. Three-peat is not easy to do at all whatsoever. Hey, Michael, this is Sean and Jordan up in the booth, man. How's it going?
It's going very well, guys. How are you?
Man, everything is fantastic. I got to tell you, your fans out there are already asking for T-shirts and hats and stuff like that. I mean, if you need a marketing director, you let me know. We will sell those puppies.
Sean, I got you, man. I appreciate the offer.
Well, great race out there. I mean, I know you had your teammate, Greg Olnick out there racing you hard. You had Kevin Jobin up towards the front. You had Corey Saucier racing you hard all night long. What was the secret tonight to stay out front?
Really, it was just trying to keep up with the race pace and just trying to keep your track position. It was very, the cautions always, make you try to change, and it's just got to change on the fly. We were racing with the extra, heavy heart this week. We had Rick on the car, and I'm just very thrilled we can get the race for Rick and, Cody. And, I wish all the best for his family and all he's going through right now. But yeah, we just kept up with it, kept communicating. I'm glad Greg finished second. I know everybody else kind of had a tough night, but it was a great night for Revved Racing.
Yeah, I mean, just fantastic night for Revved Racing, and we'll have to check and see what the team point standings look like. But obviously, you're starting to put a little bit of distance on the individual points. I mean, is the goal just to make the playoffs, or is the goal to dominate?
The goal is to kill the division, and absolutely that's what we want to do here. And we're doing it week by week, and I can't wait to run with those Xfinity guys tomorrow night again. And I'm getting more time in that car, and they better look out up there because I'm coming.
Yeah, Michael, I'll be joining you tomorrow night in the Xfinity Series, so I'm looking forward to racing with you tomorrow. I've raced with you in my series that we run on Tuesday nights, and you're a great competitor. And you're a great racer. I mean, it's a three-peat is pretty hard to come around, and you ran a great race tonight, man.
I appreciate that, and I really hats off to you for putting that series on, because I really feel like I've been sticking to the same routine every week through these past 3 weeks, and just getting the seat time, even though it's in a Cup car. I mean, there's some similarity between these two, the truck and the Cup cars, and I just feel like I could dial the line in. And racing with those, those guys are pretty good up there. So racing with those guys just make me, tune up for the race, and I just come here and bring it.
Well, man, we look forward to seeing you bring it tomorrow night at the Xfinity race right back here at Kentucky. Congratulations on a great race tonight. Once again, 3 in a row. Doesn't happen very often. And next week we'll go for 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to take a second. I want to thank my mom for obviously tuning in and giving me the support in the chat and all the fans out there. I want to thank Sparkle and Shine for coming on the car and sponsoring me and giving me this opportunity to get the free weeks, and I've been taking advantage of them. I can't thank Sean and those guys at Sparkle and Shine. I want to thank Silverback Taxes, Elite 3 Asphalt, American Pavement, and Next Diag. You guys just been helping me out, and I think that changing the colors of the car just made it a little faster.
Yeah, that's all we got to do, man. Just change it to that red and white of that Sparkle and Shine, and it is all good from there, man. Congratulations. Have a great night. Go out and celebrate.
You too. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jordan, what a fun race to watch there. Always good to see somebody get a three-peat, but the next race for this series, the truck series, is at Darlington, and now we're talking a little bit tighter racing.
Oh, yeah, and Darlington is a very hard track to drive. It's Lady in Black, and it's going to be interesting to see if Michael Madden can go for that 4-peat. It's going to be hard. I mean, 3-peat's hard, but 4-peat is even harder. So see if he can carry on that momentum to next week at Darlington, and see who can bring their speed to Darlington next week and challenge him for the win.
Yeah, it's the track Too Tough to Tame, so it's the Tough to Tame 130 at Darlington next week. But our next broadcast is actually tomorrow night, right back here at Kentucky. This is the Xfinity Series, the Bluegrass 150. So you're going to see Jordan Sailors out there. You're going to see Michael Madden out there, and then you're going to see all the Xfinity drivers out there as well. So tomorrow night, broadcast will start at about 8:40 p.m. Central, but the race starts at 9. So don't miss it. Again, if you haven't hit that like or subscribe button, go go ahead and smash those buttons right now. Do not miss a single race of this. And remember also that next on this Sunday's Cup Series race, we have a huge announcement. So whenever the first caution comes out in that race, we will have a huge announcement on Sunday that will actually change the entire series, or it'll actually, the entire series will be happy about it. That's all I can say. I will get fired if I say anything else besides that. Don't want to get fired. But for myself, Sean Griffith, and for Jordan Sailors, our guest broadcaster tonight, everybody just remember to go faster.